Hey guys, FLUFF MAN here, and we are introducing a new game to this channel called Skylines, where we get to build our own cities and much more. So let's see how far I can get, and let's see how far I can get before I go bankrupt. So let's do this thing. So we're gonna be needing some roads, it seems like first. Game's a little buggy. Looks like we're gonna be needing some roads. I need really. So that's a 180. So when I come out, they're right about here. I'm not. I wish I was able to actually see. Okay, so we need to put that at 180. There we go. Same thing for here. We need to keep this at 180. Okay, so that is our actual road. So we're gonna have a starting road down the middle for our businesses, and it looks like we're gonna come over here. Okay, we're gonna have that at 90 degrees. I kind of miscalculated how far this road actually is. Could I actually... Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna remove some of those rocks. Okay, I get a tutorial. I have played this before. One thing I will say about the tutorial, it is bling. So we want to keep that at 90 degrees. So let's go roughly about here. Let's see... 90, yep, 90 degrees. We want to try to keep this as straight as possible. Due to the fact that it could cause some issues in the near future, let's get some power going. So we're going to be needing a power generator. That's basically what that is. And we're going to be needing some power lines. But before we can do that, we need to get some more roads. Okay, so right about there. So that will be our power district. So let's just do this. Let's do that. And let's do this. There we go. Not too bad. We need to get some water, so I mean, we're gonna probably want to bring this over here. Yep, there we go. We don't want to go too far over. There we go. So this is gonna be where we're gonna try to keep majority of our some of our other businesses. And yeah, we're gonna be needing some water. So I wanna know, okay, so yeah. So we have no choice but to put the water here. And we're gonna probably put the dump here. Now there are these, so I mean, they aren't bad. So, but before we continue forward with our project, we're gonna probably add in our power generator. Now you want to try to keep this as far away as possible from your power. I meant not from your power, but you want to try to keep it as far away as possible from the residents, because they will complain about pollution. So you got to keep that in mind. Not enough money. Okay, so looks like we're not making any money. Oh, I didn't mean to start it. Okay, let's get our stuff into play here. So we're gonna be wanting some houses here. Get some... Okay, hold up. We got a rock in the middle of all this. So what about does a lot of this stuff that we can, especially these bigger rocks. Let's try to get in some houses here. Mostly on this backside. Let's get some businesses. We're going to put them more in the middle over here. You know, kind of have like a nice little... Well, I mean, it's just to make it look nice. We have no water. We're going to put all of our industrial businesses like right there, so like that's gonna probably be our industrial site. Yeah, industrial zones right here. So let's get playing. So there we go. We got a little bird, which is the in-game Twitter, which is kind of funny actually. So we're gonna actually yeah, we still don't have enough money. We're actually negative in money already. I mean, that's because we have like... Okay, I get it, game. That's because we have no people at all for any type of jobs or anything, so we're gonna put some more houses in, and I think we're gonna probably do the same thing over here. Actually, second that, we're not gonna have to do anything here just yet. In fact, we're gonna probably add in all of our housing over here. Definitely want to add that. Can I, so we're gonna be wanting to bulldoze a lot of this rock. There we go. So now we just gotta wait until we actually get people into our place. So we're gonna probably speed it up a little bit, so that way we can actually get people coming into the place, get some more businesses and stuff like that. So we need to make a business area, but sadly enough, we have no money. Yeah, so we have no money. We can't even build stuff. We're actually negative. So we're pretty much already in debt already, but again, we just started. I get it, people. You have no power. I get that. I mean, there's been nothing I can do about that. Till we start making money. I could take a loan and just try to pay it back. Ooh. But if I do that, then there's a chance that, yeah, so total money is I forgot how to, okay. So we can't actually get loans until we reach 500 people. But by then we're gonna probably most likely suffer. Before then, I gotta figure out how to check to see how many people actually have. So milestone 500 people. We get garbage, basically. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, you guys have no water. No, we're not getting any more people in, so yeah, we're gonna need to start actually putting in places here. Let's just do this. So we're gonna actually need people. And we gotta get our power supply in here too. Pardon my voice. We're actually losing people, but again, no, we don't really have any power. So what I'm gonna actually probably do is we are super far negative. Like, we're already starting to suffer. And the one thing I will say about this game that I didn't notice, if you notice, I just built roads. The city is now bankrupt. You know what? Yeah. So, which is kind of funny that we just started, like, we actually just started, and it's already starting to suffer a lot. You know, wind turbines is noisy, but again, it's just like, we're gonna have to do what we have. So, nice part is, with this place, is that you don't really have to add in a whole lot of power supply. You go from here, we're gonna make it fit. You gotta make it. Okay, so we have to, like, make it fit somewhere? Okay, right here. Okay. There we go, and I think we're gonna come right about here. You know, the funny part is, in real life, you really don't need power lines like this. Like, you do out in, like, the far lands, like, out there, but in real life, you really don't need them as, like that. Like, it's a little excessive. Like, if it was standard power lines, that would actually make a lot of sense, because, again, they're standard power lines, but... So now, that should be there. We have money, we're not bankrupt anymore. That's because we got bailed out. I will say this, when I first started playing the game, like a long time ago, before, it never did bail you out like that. So you had to, like, work off whatever you had. You had to wait until you had loans. Which makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, you had to wait until you had loans and everything like that. But if you guys have made it this far into the video, definitely make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's try to get this video up to at least 10 likes or more. And if you guys enjoyed the new series, definitely let me know down in the comments down below. Or should I just go back to doing Minecraft, or should I go back to doing some War Thunder Mondays? Let me know, like, what I should actually do, and what you guys will actually like to see other than that. Or would you guys like me to bring in some new games? that would be interesting to kind of play. So for right now, we have a lot of stuff in. So these guys just need water, but we need power to these. So one thing I will say is, what costs us a lot of money. What costs us a lot of money is not so much of power lines. Like it is, but it isn't. Like it's mostly like trying to make sure like all these fit. Because the reason why I'm actually kind of leaving spaces like that. There we go. So hopefully, I'm hoping that this and that gets those roads. I know my power lines look weird and stuff, but just bear with me. Okay, so we need to connect these pipes somehow. So I'm thinking from here to here? Yeah, I like that. If I had a rotary here, I'll actually probably make it better. So let's get playing. We're going to keep it in fast forward mode a little bit, so that way we can really boost up our money and stuff. So we have these water pipes. It's kind of weird how these water pipes actually make noise. I didn't think they did make noise. So I just realized this. Yeah, these guys are going to be needing pipes in between their places. So there we go. We're still negative money. That's because, again, we just started our city. We're gonna probably be negative for a while. Yeah, we're gonna probably be negative for quite a bit. So, till the meantime, we're just gonna let it play out. Let's see our milestone. We're almost there. And again, we're gonna probably just get some loans. Go from there until we actually start making some decent amount of money. Okay, there we go. So now we have hospitals and stuff. So I'm gonna pause this. I don't think, yeah, so we got money. So now we have hospitals. So we're gonna put a hospital here and we're gonna put a hospital right about here. And we're gonna put up one right about, we don't have nearly enough money. And that's when these loans come in handy. I mean, I don't think I can get a big loan. Yeah, 20K. Again, we're gonna go into further debt. I know, guys, I know. But at the same time, I'd rather be able to have a safe haven for my workers and stuff like that. And at the same time, we also need a garbage dump. I mean, I could put the dump there, but again, could have put a dump next to the hospital. Ooh, boy. Trying to figure out where this stuff is at, because a lot of people will complain about the pollution. So, let's get a... Okay, so if we do this, it would allow us to get power here. I think we're gonna probably put a power line there. Not power line, wind turbine. We're gonna probably put in some wind turbine. We're gonna fast forward it, so that way those places can actually get built and stuff like that. I mean, we're not doing too bad. I mean, we still have this area over here that we can add in like industrial stuff and everything. We're gonna try to add in another industrial road, but we're gonna add it like right about here. Never mind, we don't have the money since we're going majorly bankrupt. Ooh wee. We're not doing so great. I mean, we're suffering. And we haven't really started our city. Like, we gotta wait for our population, and then we gotta wait for our business to grow. You know, there's a lot to it. So, like, these blue ones and these other ones make you the most amount of money. So, we gotta start getting in some more businesses and stuff like that. So, again, we're gonna probably need some power lines down here. Pardon my voice. Yeah, we're gonna be needing some more factories, so that way we can have more jobs. And again, we are so far negative that we're not able to buy anything. And again, I noticed with this game, you really don't start getting out of the negatives until you really start getting more people. Like, you almost have to, like, start off with a small plot of land, like right here, instead of going all the way down like this, and get water. Yeah, this is one thing I didn't notice. Like, look at this. We're dumping our waste into the water. That's not good. Like, that's really not that good. And we got like a small plot of land, like look at this. I mean, there's a lot to the game and everything, but it looks like, see, this is why you want to try to leave this stuff away from the cities, like that, or because look at that, that's pollution. That's all pollution. So we're finally starting to make money, so we're finally out of the negative. We're finally going unbankrupt. Now, here's the real question. How much are these pipes? Okay, so these pipes are a decent amount of money. Okay, so... Okay, just to go all the way down to here... Oop. Oh, okay, so my game had a little lag spike, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. The fact it was just notifying me that, hey, we hit a new milestone and everything like that. These piping, I don't like the fact how unrealistic these pipings are. I kind of figured they will line up with the road a lot better. So we're going to actually pause our game. The fact that we have hit a milestone, and we're going to add in some power grids. The nice part is, we only have to connect it to the blue. That is one thing I will say that's kind of interesting. But we only have to really connect it to the blue. Okay, so let's go right about here. Oh boy. This is not good, so this is actually really bad. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna connect this one to here. I don't know how to bulldoze that. Ooh, no. So we're gonna come here and connect it to like that. There we go. So now we got some actual power lines. Now the only downside about putting in power lines is that now if I try to expand my roads, it's just gonna be weird. Because now that's gonna get in my way of... Okay, yeah, so we don't even have the money to do that. So let's get in a little bit more housing on this side. We don't want to put housing down there. We want to try to keep the housing away from the businesses. What I should have done instead of building this low tiny road, so we're going to actually cut up this road. To get 300 bucks back, I think I might make another road right back here behind our other industrial businesses, so that way we can get some more industrial. Once we get a little bit more money coming in. I'm just glad that we're no longer going negative. We do have a loan that we do have to pay off, though. So, I mean, there's that. Okay, so we can take a bigger loan, but then again, we have to pay that stuff off in the near future, which can make us go negative. But again, now we're able to add in a new road. So, oh, can I curve that? There we go. So there we go. Now we have a new type of road. And I think we should probably add in some more housing development stuff in here. One bad thing is that sometimes these roads don't actually want to... Okay, so there we go. Now that that's actually... boy. One thing I will say about the game is that I hate the fact that you need all these power lines. And I get it, it's so, like, realistic. But again, they don't really use these big of power lines. Like, they use smaller power lines than this. Like, you guys know that. If there's any electricians that watch my channel, you would know how power lines actually work. I mean, they don't use these bigger ones like this for in cities. They use these more like on the countryside type more than anything, and they use like the small little poles on the interior. That's just the tutorial. I mean, other than that, okay, so we do have a fire department now. So now we have a medical center, so we want to put that roughly right about there. We're going to be needing another one roughly right about here. We're definitely going to be needing a police force. We're going to be needing about a couple police force. So majority of our money is actually going to go into police force, fire stations. Like, they don't cost, they're not cheap. So we're going to fast forward this a little bit more. So we can actually get in some fire department. I keep forgetting that we're going to be needing pipes. I know there was like an easier way to do this. The piping, I could have came down the middle right here on both sides, but I mean, it's just like, it is what it is. So we're starting to go negative again, which is interesting. That is kind of interesting that we are starting to go negative. So now we can add on the books, we can add in all that. But I think that's all the time that we have for today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely make sure to like, definitely make sure to subscribe, definitely make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys are always up to date with new video shorts and much more. If you guys want to see more City Skylines, let me know down in the description down below. And what I should do next, or if I should just yeah, definitely let me know what I should do next. This is kind of interesting. I didn't think that these two broke apart, but they actually did. That's very interesting. But I'm the FLUFF Man. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you guys next time.